Hi, I'm Mike Daubert. I'm the studio art director for Sony Online Entertainment here in Austin, Texas. And I want to show you around a little bit here in what we call the Fortress of Solitude. Come on, let's go take a look. This is where we are bringing the DC Universe to life online. And once all the digital dust settles, you'll be able to stand side by side with some of the greatest superheroes and some of the greatest supervillains in the DC Universe. Captain Marvel, Aquaman, we've got the Green Lantern, we got Mr. Freeze, Lex Luthor. But not only are we going against the superheroes and supervillains, there's also going to be iconic locations that have made the DC Universe what it is today and such an amazing place to go visit. So let's take a look at some more concepts. And as you can see here, we've got wall-to-wall concepts straight from Jim Lee and DC Comics Wildstorm Productions. So what we're starting on is Metropolis. Now Metropolis is, of course, where Superman comes from. Metropolis is the Golden City. We really want to bring the very first heroic city to life for us, and what better place to start than Metropolis? All right, so you can't have Metropolis and not have Gotham City at the same exact time. Batman's hometown, we're bringing it all to life here. We got Arkham Asylum, we're gonna have some of the toxic acres, we're gonna have swamps, locations, and the playable areas are just gonna be amazing once you get into Gotham City. All right, so now I'm gonna show you the most important piece of equipment in the whole studio, our coffee machines. And if you're lucky, you might even see what the Texas Two-Fist looks like. And that's how we do it in Texas. That's good stuff. All right, I want to introduce you to another one of my friends, Wes Yanagi. He's the senior producer for the DC project. Hey, Wes.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Good, good. What's going on?
Our scrums, scrum playing.
Scrums, excellent. Can you explain to our friends what scrums?
Sure. So a scrum is a process or a method of development where overlying objectives
are broken down into smaller iterative cycles called sprints. During these sprints, each team works together to develop a usable element of the game so they can demo and show the visible...
What do you think?
Good, good.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Right. Have a good one, man.
Take it easy, Mike. See you guys.
One of the great things with working with the DC license is actually our reference library and our comic book collection. Take a look around.
Hi, I'm the comic book curator. These are some of the essential reads on the top shelf, and then other books by DC Comics Wildstorm Productions.
All right, so now I'm going to introduce you to the tallest guy in the studio, Chris Kao. He's our studio creative director. Let's see if he's in his office. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Hey, man, what are you up to besides 6'7"?
What do you need?
What do you need? Hey, I'm giving my friends here a tour of the studio.
Oh, cool.
Excellent. And what are you up to? Where are you going?
Well, I was just about to head over to the Playpen. Want to join me?
Oh, excellent. Thanks. Let's go.
So here we are, Mike, in the Playpen. This is where every day we prove through play our design decisions and our game decisions. We have a bunch of setups here. 6 people play the game, and other people take notes and make changes to it. So there are a lot of design decisions that you have to make that you actually have to see if they're going to work. I mean, itemization, weaponization, progression. Who knows how these things are going to work? There's an awfully complex set of systems and wiring that goes into one of these things.
Okay.
At any one time, who knows what could go wrong? I mean, it's like the engineering deck on the start.
No, thanks.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so you could put the wrong thing in. You could.
All right, so the last stop on our tour today is to meet the VP of Development and the head of our Austin studios, John Blakely. John, how's it going?
Good. How you doing, Mike?
Doing great, doing great. Hey, I wanted to introduce you to our friends here.
Hello, MySpace.
DC Universe Online, what gets you excited about the project?
Wow, Mike. I mean, it's great that, when I was a kid, and I put that towel around my neck and I'd jump off the couch and run around and pretend I was Batman or Superman, and now I can actually jump into our game with all those characters that I love and actually just do that.
Excellent. Great, great. All right, well, thank you so much, John. All right, well, that's it in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. We look forward to seeing you guys in the DC Universe Online. Make sure to check for updates on the DCUO MySpace page. But for now, I gotta say, Fortress of Solitude is closed.
Sony.
My name is Brian Stevens. I work for Sony Online Entertainment, and I'm the lead environment artist for DC Universe Online. I've been in the industry for 11 years. I've worked on a couple superhero games and a couple action games. I started my art career as a colorist in comic books, so I draw from that experience. I also draw from Jim Lee and the DC Comics Wildstorm Productions, which have done amazing concepts for our game. All of our environments have such inspiration from the actual comic books. They're not based on real cities. In Metropolis, our environments have this amazing Art Deco element. They're really rich in color, and they really have this really strong silhouettes from building to building to building. Gotham, our environments are different in the fact that you have this really dark, grungy grit to the building. The best thing about this project is being able to make these amazing environments and these cool characters from these comic books that I loved as a kid, and now being able to bring that to you guys in the form of an online game. Well, when I'm not working, I'm trying to find water to go wakeboarding. When I'm not wakeboarding, I'm taking care of my kids. When I'm not taking care of my kids, I'm taking care of my wife. That's just how it goes. Well, my favorite comic book character has to be The Dark Knight and Batman. Just a really cool series, and you can't go wrong with Batman. If I could have any superpower, I would take on flight. That way I don't have to worry about traffic, finding a parking spot, and plus I'd save a little bit of money on my auto insurance.
The time has come for a new universe to be revealed. DC Universe Online. Step into the DC Universe as it comes to life online and put the power of legendary superheroes and villains in the palm of your hand.
One of the things we want to do with DCUO is establish a new angle to the online genre. We want to lead the developers, we want to lead the community into this new space and bring them an experience that they don't expect.
Our goal for DC Universe Online is to allow the players to feel like they've stepped into the DC Universe. And not only just stepped into the DC Universe, but stepped into the DC Universe through the eyes of Jim Lee. You could look at any of his most recent works, Batman Hush, Superman for Tomorrow, and it's cool, it's edgy, and it's perfect for the demographics for this game.
The eyes and ears for DC on the game. A lot of people at DC obviously are very familiar with the DC Universe, but I'm a very big gamer, and so I'm in a unique position at DC to really look at the game from both DC Comics person's perspective and also from a gaming perspective. Don has gone through 60 years of continuity and picked out the very coolest parts of the DC Universe.
These are environments that were concepted out by Carlos D'Anda, Oliver Nomi, and Livio Romandelli, and there are various buildings, and we really treat each of the environments as if they were characters. We want them to have personality and a presence, and we do that by picking suitable colors, also by making sure every element of an environment really speaks of that environment. So if we do a street corner in Gotham City, we want players to be in the game, look one direction, and know instantly that that's where they are. At the end of the day, the environments have to work towards gameplay, and if the spaces are too large or too confined, too constricted in their space, they will modify it here. We actually have concepted out every asset in the game, every character in the game. This is the starting point. This creates the dialogue between the artists in San Diego and the artists here at Sony. And there's a lot of interplay and fine tweaking that goes back and forth, and we end up with some really cool looking 3D assets.
Not only can you create a character and fight alongside all these great characters that you've loved since you became immersed into the DC Universe, you can explore these universes, and you could do it on your own time, in your own direction. It's really another way to experience and enjoy the DC Universe.
DCUO is really going to be a breakout experience for people because of the physics-based gameplay that we have. I mean, you're going to be able to create lots of objects in the world and be able to use those as weapons. You're going to be able to use the environment as weapons. The amount of combinations and unique moment-to-moment tactics that this game is going to provide is going to be quite incredible.
Basically, the idea is you'll start off as a new hero or new villain. You customize that person, give them the powers that you want to have, the appearance you want to have, and you'll do heroic or villainous things. The biggest fantasy a player could have is to stand alongside the JLA there in that lineup, right? Not necessarily to be just another person playing Superman in another Superman game, but instead to be the equal of Superman, to be respected by those guys. Or on the villain side, to be feared enough and respected to participate in their worldwide crimes. The DC Universe has magic, it has aliens, it has high tech, it has just regular guys who've trained up. So from a gameplay standpoint, there's nothing it doesn't have, right? It's a fantasy game plus a sci-fi game plus a modern shooter game all rolled into one.
DC Universe Online.
I have traveled through time to warn you. This is my past, but your future. And it means the end of humanity, so together, we must change it! Why should we trust you? Because if you don't, Earth is doomed. I've stolen Brainiac's exobytes and released them into Earth's atmosphere. They hold the power stolen from the heroes and villains of my time, and will bestow them on anyone they contact. The exobytes will create a new breed of superhuman to fight Brainiac's invasion. You must teach them to use their new abilities, for they must be on the front line in the coming battle, or my grim future will become your own.
You are the next legend in DC Universe Online. And the journey begins here in Character Create. This is where you take that first step. So ask yourself, who will you be? What kind of hero or villain will you make? Which allies will you choose? Will you align yourself with Batman and take the hero's path? Or will you join the Joker in the chaos that he creates? Once you choose your path, you'll make many other choices. What superpowers will you have? What weapons will you wield? How will you move? How will you fight? What will you look like? Will you choose to take inspiration directly from the DC characters themselves? Whatever choices you make in Character Create, they are only the beginning, the first step on your journey. Remember, in DC Universe Online, the next legend is you.
Generations, you've witnessed the battles of the greatest heroes of our time in the pages of DC Comics. Now, step into the world of DC Universe Online. Brought to life by legendary comic book artist Jim Lee. Ripped from the adventures of the comics. straight from the artists that draw them. Experience the DC Universe as never before through the power of the PlayStation 3 computer entertainment system or PC gaming platform. Fight against or alongside Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, the Joker, and all your favorite DC legends as you build your legacy in an epic battle against legions of superpowered enemies. Make the world your weapon. Crush your foes. And become the ultimate superhero or supervillain. The door to the DC Universe has opened. Now is the time to build your legacy. The time has come. The future awaits. The next legend is you.